What's up, weirdos? What's going on, guys? Oh, what a good day to be in crypto. Check it out, guys. Bitcoin back up over $109,119. Looking juicy, guys. Looking juicy. Let me get rid of that. There. That's a little bit better. Looking juicy, guys. Everything's looking good. You love to see it. Okay, so nice little green day, guys. We're going to have a look at the bubbles. We're going to have a look across the market. Things are looking good. Nice little turnaround. It's funny because I told you guys on Sunday not to trust the Sunday pump. And then Monday was red, like I said. And then now we're bouncing back. You'll love it. You'll love it, my friends. How the hell are you guys? I'm feeling great today. I'm feeling good. No super chats to start the show, so let's get into the chat a little bit. Ty, good to see you, my friend. Good to see you. Williams in the house. What's going on, man? Jake the Snake, the longer the base, the higher in space. Let's go. Absolutely. H. Barbarina in the house. Quentin, what's going on, buddy? I hit Gary Daly. You can now swap Nadix on cold storage. There you go. BTC, go up. Caveman noises. Jesse and James, I smell something cooking in the markets. Absolutely. Patience will pay off. Let's get this cheddar. Yeah, here's the thing, guys. Right? Here's the thing. People get complacent, and when things are boring and stuff like that, and then when the market, like I said this in a video this morning, right? When things start going parabolic, when the market really starts to take off, there's no warning signs, guys. There's no like buzzer. There's no, there's no indicator. There's no green light that says go, right? You're just going to wake up and the market's going to be going parabolic and you're not going to know why. Everyone's going to be asking, why is this happening? Why is this happening, right? That's how it happens. It's like everyone expects some sort of like buzzer to go off or something. And they're like, when's it going to happen, right? And that's why you cannot become complacent in this space, guys. You have to stay focused, right? So, yeah, just remember that, guys. Remember that. H. Barbarina, got you, Rob. Thank you so much, my friend. First super chat of the stream. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you. Means a lot. It means a lot, especially when they're down so much as of late. What else do we have? What else do we have in the chat here? We got Tangem now allows swapping to Nadix. There you go. Nice. Hit those likes, says I hit Gary Daly. Hey Rob, after all the bearish pressure, why is Jasmine not shooting up when BTC is at 109K? Why is Jasmine not shooting up? Jasmine's up about an average of, I don't know. It's up. It's moving just like the rest of the market. You have to understand something. Altcoins are not going to start to really seriously run until after Bitcoin really goes on another big leg up, right? We're talking like 120, 130K. Altcoins will start to make significant gains at that point. Right now, you're just going to see sloppy, choppy action, right? So, Nick, your video earlier, that's what she said. That is also what she said. Guys, make sure you're hitting the like and subscribe to the channel. Helps the channel grow. Doesn't cost you a single solitary thing. And it would make the more likes we get on here, guys, the more the market is going to pump, right? It's scientifically proven. So, Carlos, Rob, I want to say that you have been my hero during this cycle. Last cycle, I had no guidance. You couldn't trust most of the YouTubers. They were lying and misguiding people. Absolutely, I agree. I can be your hero, baby. Absolutely, man. Joy, hey everyone, let's hit the likes. I will be listening to the afternoon Zoom. There you go, at work. Nice. Oh, house, new music. Teach me how to Dougie. Nice. Oh, OG Baboon. Baban. Remember to always sell the dip and buy the top. Yes, exactly. Make sure you're buying the top and selling the bottom. Guys, not financial advice. Noodles, let's go. There you go. I love it, man. Matt, hey, man, did you ever figure out why XCN staking went down? Yeah, apparently there was a vote on the Dow, apparently. Jay Money, what's going on, man? First Pokemon of the day. We got Bulbasaur in the house. D Worms in the house. Paul, good to see you, my friend. Yo Mars, what's happening, man? Jamie, what's up? Good to see you. Good to see you. Spuds, what's going on, brother? We got your boy dropping the super chat. Love the chill vibes on the tunes, Rob. I love you. I love all of you, my future and Patreon brothers and sisters. Thank you for all you do for us, brother. Hey, no problem, man. I got your back, brother, because you got my back. Absolutely. Absolutely, man. Cryptus, how are you? Good to see you. Robert, put it all my future sell orders, hopefully. That's a bad idea, Robert. That's a bad idea. It is not a good time to be putting in your sell orders right now. Matt, we got you, bud. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. Big Mike, what's up, man? I'm following you, Rob. Keep loading us up. Keep leading us, brother. Hey, no worries, man. I got your back, my guy. Funky, what's up, man? My Crow is starting to pump. Yeah, Crow's up 21.5% on the day. Crow's looking juicy. Jake the Snake, bull flag formation on BTC on the daily. By the looks of it, BTC broke out of the bull flag on the daily. I've been identifying that bull flag for a long time now, my friend. We broke out of the bull flag a while ago. Just catching up now? Parallel Life, what's going on? Z to the U, thank you for all your help with passive income opportunities, Rob. Managed to stake both Turbo and Jasmine. Patreon is where it's at. Yes. Absolutely, guys. If being able to quit your 9 to 5, guys, is your passion, that's your goal, and be able to just do crypto full time, you're going to want to get over to the Patreon. We've dropped 2 of an entire massive series of passive income opportunity videos over on the Patreon. The second edition was released yesterday. So get over there, guys. Start gaining your passive income so you can leave your 9 to 5. Absolutely. The link to the Patreon is in the chat. It's in the pinned comments. It's in the description. You can't miss it. Big Mike, Rob, I'm still having problems sending super chats. I'm going to try again, my brother. That's weird. I've had multiple people tell me now that they're having trouble sending super chats. But you're the third person to tell me that in 24 hours. I'm going to have to contact YouTube about it and say something, because that is very, very auspicious, right? It's like some people, the super chats are going through no problem, and then other people, like I said, I've had 3 people tell me in the last 24 hours that it's not letting them send super chats. I don't know what's going on with that. Mad Adam, what's going on? Funky, no chat on the screen. I like that feature. Is it gone now? No, it's not gone, my friend. It's not gone. Jimmy, Roberto, been picking up more Miria. Nice. Miria is actually, don't sleep on Miria. It's actually up 10.3% on the day as well. Miria is looking good. Super fantastic. Matt, we appreciate you, Rob. FYI, for whatever reason, Crypto Blueprint wouldn't allow me to send a super chat. What the heck's going on? Why are they not allowing super chats? That's weird, because I got a super chat from H Barbarina and from your boy, so I don't know why some people are able to and some people are not. Trying to sign up for the XCM rewards points since the staking dropped. For some reason, not letting me get my reward points. Huh. Matt, yo, watching from work today. Nice. Getting paid to get the alpha. All right, let's get into some of the news, guys. Yes, Bitcoin is looking good. We broke out of the bull flag. We've retested it, guys. The next leg up is, in my opinion, inevitable. So all we got to do at this point is we got to put in a higher high than right here, 110,000. We got to close higher than that, and it is liftoff time, baby. So be paying attention, guys. Be paying attention. Okay. All right, so let's get into the news. Ari, what's going on? Good to see you. Good to see you, my friend. The gang is all here. We haven't seen Ramona yet, though. We have not seen Ramona yet. She's probably driving or something. If you're listening and driving, Ramona, Drive careful. Quick shout out to the channel sponsor, guys. Decent biometric wallets. Not your keys, not your coins. Use our link down below, guys. Get a great deal. They got a 2-for-1 on the biometric wallet right now, or you can just get the card wallet. Check it out today, guys. Again, use our link down below. Jake the Snake, is there not a new bull flag forming currently? I may be wrong. I'm not a chart monkey. I'm an ape. Matt says, for the super chat issues, I wonder if people are using their phone and YouTube app needs to be updated. I was able to send a super chat yesterday from my browser in Chrome. Maybe that's it. Maybe that's it. Lily, what's going on? Good to see you. WF Capital. Am I tripping or are you playing music? I got the beats. I got the fries that'll cross your eyes, brother. Crypto J505. What's going on, man? Fleming. Hey, Rob. Happy Tuesday to you and the Patreon community. Kevin, no YouTube alerts. I have to set my own alarm on the phone. Wow. That's messed up, man. That is messed up. Yeah, I'm going to have to talk with YouTube. Alex says he got no notification as well. You can't stop greatness. That's right, man. They cannot stop greatness. Picked up more Miria yesterday before. Nice. There you go. 10.5% pump on the day for Miria. I dig it, man. I dig it. Let's get into some of the news. I'll have to deal with YouTube later on why they're not letting people send super chats. All right, guys, could a surprise Fed cut send Bitcoin to a new high? I am Jasmine. We're all Jasmine. Jay, what's going on? Rob, got the spell token to cross your eyes. Nice. All eyes are on two key dates. The release of the Fed Reserve minutes on July 9th, which is tomorrow, and the FOMC meeting scheduled for July 30th. While most investors don't expect a rate cut this month, falling inflation and fueling speculation that the Fed could change its stance. Data from Truflation shows inflation in the U.S. has plunged from 2.27 to 1.70% in under 2 weeks, just ahead of the CPI release on July 15th. If official numbers confirm this decline, markets could quickly reprice expectations, making a surprise rate cut more likely. So far, traders are pricing in no change this month, with 95% of forecasts pointing to a hold, but if the Fed hints at shifting sentiment in the July 9th minutes and inflation data continues to cool, it may set the stage for a September cut, currently expected by 61% of the market watchers. Technically, Bitcoin shows signs of a potential breakout. A bullish pennant on the 4-hour chart suggests BTC could rise nearly 5% if it breaks above 108,547, which it did, potentially pushing towards a new all-time high of $113,913. Momentum indicators like RSI, currently 51, and the Awesome Oscillator are turning more favorable, signaling the bears are losing steam. In short, if inflation data surprises to the downside and rate cut speculation intensifies, Bitcoin could rally sharply, but if macro conditions stay unchanged, Bitcoin may remain trapped in its current range through July. Jake the Snake says, Otaku got demonetized for reading the news live. YouTube is a sissy bear. I don't think that's the reason. I've been reading the news on YouTube for two and a half years. I've never been demonetized or had any issue with it, right? So I don't think it's that he's reading the news. I think there might be certain words that he's using because that's where YouTube gets you, right? There's certain things you just can't say, and certain opinions you're just not allowed to express, and that's probably why he got demonetized. It's not because he read the news. Darren, it's happening to other YouTubers where the super chat is not showing up as well. That's interesting. I'm going to have to contact support about it and ask if they're having issues with it. Reading the news while name dropping those words. Yes, yeah, that's exactly it. See, it's a combination, right? I read the news, like I said, I've been doing it since day one, over 2.5 years of this YouTube channel, and never have I had an issue. So, never. Twitch, how's Miria? Can we check it out? Of course we can check it out. We can. I'm going to tell you what my dad told me when I was young, okay? We can, but will we? I'm pretty sure everybody's dad said that to them at some point, right? Let's go have a look over at Miria here. Uno momento. Let's have a look. Let's have a looky-loo. There we go. All right. So yeah, we're using right now, as you can see, we are using the 236 as resistance. We broke above it slightly. We're just a hair above it right now. Can we break above is the question. If we can break and close above today, we could see a retest. There's not really a lot of resistance here at your 382. So you could actually, I mean, you could go really, really, a lot higher. You've got a little bit of resistance, a little bit of static in this range here around 2013, 2012, 20127. You might have a little bit of static right there, but there's not really, if you break above, close above your 236, you could break above your 382. You might reject off, but it's not really a massive level. You had a little bit of resistance back here and here, but yeah, so your 236 sitting at 201367. You could reject off there. If you break above there today, then I mean, hell, you could go, there's not really any resistance levels above there. Maybe right around this range, 20144. You might have a little bit of static there as well. But after that, there's not really much resistance till you get back to the local high. So if we put on another fib, let's put on another fib at this local high to the local low. All right, so yeah, I mean, yeah, you've got a little bit of resistance right about here at 20144. You could meet resistance right about there, right? So that's what I'd be paying attention to. What do we got? Jake the Snake says, even when you read the news, you have to censor the names and places. Yes, exactly. That's why I don't say certain words, and that's why often I'll say Mr. T and stuff like that, right? Twitch, maybe. Yes, we did overcome. What's going on? Strawberry Dragon, how are you? David says, click the likes. Hello to everyone. Hold yes. Everyone. Crypto J505. Everyone buy $200 of Miria. Not financial advice. Liking my low-key vibes with the tunes. Everyone sit back, relax, and buy some Zebek. Hook'em's in the house. You're awesome. Thank you. I was thinking something along those lines. It's hitting a beautiful zone. Yeah. If it can break through a couple of small resistance levels, Miria really could go on a massive run here. It really, really could. So, yeah, it's looking juicy. Juicy. Miria's going to melt faces, man. Seriously. Seriously. It's going to melt faces. All right, let's see what's going on Squawk Box today. Gary says, are we there yet? We're getting there, brother. We are getting there. All right, so recent rally in equities is uncomfortable, says City Wealth's Kate Moore.
Markets now. Kate Moore is Chief Investment Officer at City Wealth. Kate, welcome to the show. Good to see you.
Yeah, good morning.
She has nice
where do you
eyes.
stand on the rally here?
Sitting
pretty much at record highs for the NASDAQ and the S&P 500.
Yeah, so I've been saying I've been pretty uncomfortable with the rally, in part because a lot of it has not been driven by fundamentals. We know against the backdrop of this rally, there's been a decline in terms of earnings expectations. We've continued to take down estimates for this year. And the key thing that I'm focused on is that the uncertainty factor hasn't faded. This is still coming up in CEO and CFO surveys, some of the soft data that we've all been tracking. That we don't really have a great sense for what the next 6 months look like for one's own company operations or for the overall economy. So we're grinding higher on a lot of hopes and enthusiasm and expectations that the Trump administration will keep on backing off some of the most punitive measures, particularly around tariffs. But I don't know if that's a great investment strategy. I think we have to stay really anchored in high quality and consistent earners.
In your view, what sectors are those? Because a lot of those sectors are also at record highs. I mean, financials are at record highs, industrials are as well, tech is strong. I mean, what is quote unquote safe? What is defensive in this market where you're uncomfortable?
Yeah, so this is part of the reason why I'm uncomfortable, because the high quality stuff, the companies, the sectors, the industries that have sustainable earnings, that we think will be less sensitive to some of the pain and pressure from tariffs, will be able to either pass through prices or have a lot of margin buffer, are really being priced to perfection. And, at this point, tech and AI, which I think we all understand is a durable theme and where companies will continue to have to spend in this space, regardless of what happens to overall economic growth, is very well owned by all segments of the investment community, by institutional investors, by individual investors. And as such, it's tough to say put new money to work there. That said, we would not be selling our positions in the tech and AI adjacent names. The one area that
I think I was giving you a hard time last time you were on about the stuff that was making you so bearish was so front and center. So it's still front and center. I don't know whether you missed this latest 25% or whatever it is. Maybe you held some of it. But what is your position now that we're not going any higher at this point?
Well, Joe, I think we're at a top end of a comfortable range at this point until we get the clarity. For what it's worth, yeah, I've been uncomfortable for much of this rally because of the lack of clarity and because it's not based on either macro or on fundamentals. That said, at Citi, we did not go underweight equities. In fact, over the course of this, we continue to rotate into the large cap, into these high quality, and to really stay anchored in these secular themes. So, even with my discomfort, I didn't want to step away from the equity market. So we have continued to be market weight in terms of equity.
In general, if I'm comfortable, I'm selling. If I'm complacent, I would be selling. And lack of clarity. Have there been times in your career where things were really clear for you in the stock market?
Well, of course, there were times where I felt I had more clarity, Joe, than I do today. But there were certainly times where I have reduced risk because on balance, I didn't have any sense for what the next 3 or 6 months would hold. My job here at Citi Wealth, though, is to think not just over the next 3 to 6 months, but what could be the next 6 to 12 months. So a longer duration than I've invested in parts of my career. But look, Joe, you know this as well as I do. If there was perfect clarity on anything, that those of us who were making investment decisions may not have a job. The machines would have taken over. They would have just plugged in all of the inputs, algorithms would have spit out an allocation, and that would be it. There's always some judgment and there's always some degree of uncertainty. That's what makes us love markets so much. We're constantly learning.
I agree with her. There is a little bit too much uncertainty in the markets right now, but that'll change, guys. That will change over time. David says, need some more dry powder. When will the then be now? Soon. The big, beautiful zone. Yes, exactly. Guys, 95 likes. Let's get to 200, guys. We got 239 people watching, and we have 100 likes. We are halfway to the goal, guys. Let's get to 200. Do me that favor. Oh, look at that, Matt. My bad. I just turned off my VPN, and now I can send super chats. Thank you for all you do. Hey, Matt, thank you so much, brother. Well, there it is, guys. Maybe those of you who are having trouble sending super chats, maybe it's because you have a VPN turned on. I don't know. That was Matt's issue. Matt, thank you so much, brother. I appreciate you. I appreciate you always being here and supporting the channel, my friend. I hit Gary Daly says, shake the likes tree. Ryan says 200 likes and Rob gets us all a new house. Yes, I will get all of you a pet house hippo. Okay, they're about this big. If you know what, I will show you the house hippo. Okay, you should all. This is my favorite pet, man. This is my favorite pet. You guys are gonna love this. Okay. All right, check this out, guys. You got to get yourselves one of these. I love these pets. Honestly, they're fantastic. Check it out.
It's nighttime in a kitchen just like yours. All is quiet. Or is it? The North American house hippo is found throughout Canada and the eastern United States. House hippos are very timid creatures and are rarely seen, but they will defend their territory if provoked. They come out at night to search for food, water, and materials for their nests. The favorite foods of the house hippo are chips, raisins, and the crumbs from peanut butter on toast. They build their nests in bedroom closets, using lost mittens, dryer lint, and bits of string. The nests have to be very soft and warm. House hippos sleep about 16 hours a day.
That looked really real, but you knew it couldn't be true, didn't you? That's why it's good to think about what you're watching on TV and ask questions, kind of like you just did.
Same goes for crypto, guys. It can seem really real, but it's important to do your research because you can fall for it, right? Cat, 101 likes. Good evening, Rob. Cat, good to see you, man. How are you? Strawberry Dragon, a token of my appreciation. Thank you so much. Thank you. I appreciate it. With so many people having trouble sending super chats lately for some reason, thank you guys who can for supporting the channel. It really does mean a lot. All right, let's get back into the news. So yes, get yourself a pet house hippo, guys. Alex, house hippo is back. Yes, house hippo acts like my teenage son. Yes. That's actually a Canadian commercial that was airing when I was growing up back in the early 90s. Just kind of aged myself there. But yeah, when I was a kid in the early 90s, that was the kind of commercials that were on Canadian television, encouraging people to educate themselves and do research on what they're seeing and hearing, right? Now you don't see that anymore. And it's more important than ever in crypto, right? So I need a house... C to the U. I need one. House hippos add additional two-factor authentication. We won't be in a bull run till October. We're in a bull run right now, David. We won't be in the parabolic phase of the bull run until October, is what you mean. But yes, I would agree with that sentiment. Investors rally as cryptocurrency market signals a summer bull run. Let's get into it, guys. Investor fatigue and burnout are prevalent due to the decreased risk appetite in altcoin markets, while long-term altcoin investors are weary. Short-term investors have recently profited handsomely. The burning question remains, how long will this strenuous environment in altcoin markets persist? Today, the Kobayashi letter shared one of the leading indicators for risk markets, which goes beyond mere speculation. Negotiations with Iran are progressing, and Japan announced that trade discussions are ongoing with the previous deadline of July 9th officially postponed till August 1st. Uncertainty, it remains prevalent. The Federal Reserve is focusing on mid-month inflation data, and at best, a summer-end bull run might be seen. August could be a favorable period if the July end Fed meeting signals September rate cuts. Yes, so that's the thing, guys. If we don't see rate cuts until September, that doesn't mean markets aren't going to pump until September, because if we get even a hint from Powell, or that the markets start to price in that we are going to get a rate cut in September. Kind of choppy. Sorry, guys. Sorry about that. My internet was kind of choppy. But if, like I was saying, if there's any indication whatsoever that there's going to be a rate cut in September, markets are going to pump in August, right? I'm not saying July's not going to pump. I think July is going to be a great month. I think it's going to be a green month. I think it's going to be good. But that little indicator, because Powell's not speaking until like the end of the month, right? The 30th of July or something. So that would mean if he alludes in any way, shape, or form that there's going to be a rate cut in September, August markets are going to go, right? So absolutely. Chatta Chuckle says, everyone give Rob a like. Yes, let's get to 200, guys. We got 265 people here, and we have 118 likes. Come on, guys, let's get it to 200. Like I say, guys, just like Ice Cube always tells you, you can do it. Put your back into it. All right, let's continue on here. Are the markets preparing for such moves? The Kobayashi letter highlights activity in the Russell 3000 index, indicating that risk appetite is rejuvenating. Let's take a quick pause from the article and let's go look at the Russell, shall we? Let's go look at the Russell to see. I'll explain what they're talking about with the Russell. M2's kind of taking a little bit of a dip to the downside today, but not bad. It's nothing to really write home about. So, okay, so let's get rid of that. Let's go look at the Russell. Look at that. Russell broke above. Look how high above the Russell is on the from the 200 day, right? Now, if you're asking me why that's relevant, let me show you something. Notice this sharp spike to the downside, this massive dump on the Russell. Now, first off, if you don't know what the Russell is small cap stocks, right? So they represent risk on assets, right? They represent the appetite by investors for risk on assets. And traditionally, when we break above the 200 day on the Russell, things turn up very, very nicely. If we go back to the last altcoin season, we go back in time, I have it charted right here. Look what happened last time. We had the massive dump, just like right here, right? And then we broke above the 200, and we retested it for support, and then we just went parabolic. Now, at the exact same time that this happened on the Russell, this was the bull run of this is the altcoin season of 2021's bull run, okay? So the Russell started going again, which represents the appetite for risk on assets, and at the exact same time, right, altcoins started going crazy too. They went parabolic at the same time, again, because what? Risk on assets, right? So a lot of reason to be bullish right now when you have the Russell right now breaking very nicely above the 200 day after this sharp decline. It's repeating or mirroring what happened in 2020, 2021. So just one more indicator that things are looking juicy. Chicken dinner, thank you so much. Your hard work is greatly appreciated. Thank you. Hey, the super chats are greatly appreciated, guys. Thank you so much. Like you guys know, it's been kind of a struggle lately, so thank you guys so much. I know some people are having trouble sending them and stuff. It's greatly appreciated, guys. Please don't think that it's not, right? Chatta Chuckles, thank you for the one-on-one, by the way. I'm now locked in on my exit plan, including rolling profits. Patreon is way worth it. Feeling confident in my plan. Best Happy Meal I ever bought. Hey, absolutely, man. Absolutely. No problem. That's what I'm here to do. I am here to help. We're all a family, guys. We're all a family. So, all right, let's get back over to the article. So this is what they were referring to when they were talking about the Russell, just so you guys know, right? So let's get back to the article. In summary, the surge in hype stocks indicating increased risk appetite suggests a potential rise in cryptocurrencies. Gold declined by approximately 1% today, representing another signal suggesting a calm of concerns. The Bitcoin price reclaimed 108,000. We're actually 108,000 and surpassed 109,000 following the U.S. market open. the potential for an agreement with the EU and signals of continued talks until early August, along with multiple developments, have supported this trend. Yes, I talked about this morning as well. The U.S. has made an offer to the EU, 10% tariffs. That's not a bad deal. I wouldn't be shocked to see that be accepted in rather short order. That also could pump the markets this week if we get some sort of acceptance of that this week also, right? Let's delve into analysis perspectives. Carl Moon shared a BCMI chart below stating that momentum is enhancing, as you can see here. According to Jelly, a breakout has already occurred. He believes the price is preparing for a peak following a pennant breakout with the target of 150. Now, I've shown this on the daily chart as well, guys. I was tracking the bull flag. We have broken out. We're waiting for that move up. My target on the breakout is 130 to 140, not quite 150. I think that's a little too optimistic. I wouldn't be surprised to see it only go to about 125 to 130, but that is a phenomenal breakout from 108, 109,000 to 125 to 130. Altcoins are going to run up nicely in the following weeks after that happens. So what do we got? Carlos, Rob, so many people are going to miss what's about to happen. People are too impatient to wait for generational wealth. They want it now, and it takes time and patience. Yeah, here's the thing. I agree with that 100%. The thing is, people get into crypto and they think that it's a get-rich-quick thing, and it's not. You need to have the mindset of 8 years, 2 cycles. If you truly want to make life-changing generational wealth, your mindset should be 2 full cycles, 8 years. That's where your mind should be at. If you're thinking you're going to come into crypto and hit a home run in 2 years and like half a cycle or something like that, you got to give your head a shake, right? Somebody told you that, somebody lied. That's not how it works. This market is grueling. It's grueling, right? Believe me, I've been here for multiple cycles, guys, and I'm telling you right now, it is a grind. It is not a get rich quick like that thing, right? It is consistency, it is patience, and it is not letting I always say this to people on the Patreon, okay? When things are bad and red, they're never as bad as you think that they are. And when they're green and good, they're never as good as you think that they are, right? You have to stay tethered to reality, and you have to stay tethered to earth when it comes to investing in crypto. Don't expect to hit some haymaker home run in the first half a cycle that you're here. Have an 8-year mindset. 8 years and you're out, you will be fantastic. If you're targeting right now around 2029 or even 2030, 2032, I think it is, you'll be golden, man. I'm telling you from experience, okay? That's what I did, right? The people on the Patreon, they know my story. My very first portfolio, I started with $6,000, right? I turned that into 6 figures, and then I rolled that over. I never spent it. I took those profits, I rolled it into the next cycle, and that's where that's where I really, really made life-changing wealth for myself. It didn't take me half a cycle to do it, guys. I didn't get rich in half a cycle, right? It took a long time. So keep that in mind. Quote, I feel like it's a calm before the storm for a long time. I haven't seen much low volatility in Bitcoin and Ethereum, such low volume, sorry. This hints at a major upcoming move. Yes, and like I said earlier, guys, this is going to happen. There's no warning sign. There's no buzzer that goes off. There's no green light that flashes. There's no go sign, right? You're going to wake up one day, market's going to be going parabolic, and you're not going to understand why. You're just going to be like, I'm going to be in the chat here, and you're going to be in the comment section going, hey, Rob, why is the market going crazy? Because it's time. That's why. The time has arrived. All right, what else do we have, guys? We got some more Squawk Box to get into. Let's have a looky-loo. All right, CEA Marion, tariffs have caused no pain for American consumers at all. Interesting opinion.
The details. White House Council of Economic Advisors Stephen Myron, and okay, maybe now, but they're going up any time now, Stephen. One of these CPI or PPI prints is going to be frightening because of tariffs. No, we've been waiting and waiting, and you're telling me that prices have actually been declining.
Good morning. Thanks for having me. Yeah, so what we did was we looked through the details of the PCE inflation data and CPI too, and then at every good in those data, we looked at its subcomponents. And so what goods are, what parts are originating in the US, what parts are originating abroad. And so we're able to really get into a holistic measure of how much everything is imported. And what we found, and this paper's on our website now, you can find it on the CEA website, on the White House website. What we found is that since December, and you have to compare since December because tariffs began in January, since December, the prices of overall goods in the PCE data have gone up by about 0.4%. Meanwhile, the price of imported goods, and that again includes all the components and the finished goods, the price of imported goods has gone down by 0.1% in this time. So not only is there no evidence that tariffs are leading to significant price pressures for imported goods, but we're actually finding the opposite in the inflation data. And this helps explain why overall inflation has actually been extremely tame since the president took office.
And that's core as well. I mean, I can understand maybe from energy, but it's core as well, Stephen?
Yeah, so if you look at the paper that's on our website, what the numbers that I just gave you are for overall, but we've got numbers for core too, and a similar pattern emerges in core, where maybe instead of the overall price going down for imported goods, it's relatively flat, whereas the price for overall goods has gone up by more. But you still see the same wedge by which domestically produced goods have gotten expensive, have had more inflation, much more than domestically produced goods, which are exhibiting none whatsoever.
But this doesn't mean that it's not still to come. I mean, we can't completely dispel all the fears, because many people have said, well, it just hasn't happened yet. When we get some of these cooler inflation numbers that we've seen that have been really great to see, obviously, but there's always that caveat that, okay, it just, the effects of the tariffs is just not there yet.
Yeah, I'm sorry, let me just correct what I just said. The price of domestically produced goods has gone up by more than the price of imported goods. So it's still consistent with a pattern by which there's no inflation driven by tariffs. What you just said is, won't it come eventually? And I mean, sure, eventually, a meteor is going to strike or whatever, but we've been waiting and it's been many months now, and that evidence has just not emerged. There's no sign of it in higher frequency pieces of data either. Like you see the various research put out by academics where they use scanner data. That just looks like noise and mean reversion. There's no sustained pattern of a tariff-driven price pressure anywhere. And the same thing happened in 2018, 2019, where critics claimed that there would be some sort of huge inflation, and we kept waiting and waiting and waiting, and it never happened.
But Stephen, we've had, the president has put off and delayed some of the implementation. Whenever we talk tariffs, we slap tariffs on, but we've delayed the slapping of the tariffs a couple of times.
I always delay the slapping.
If they were all to go in and reciprocal tariffs were actually in force, and if we don't make any deals by whatever the next deadline is, would you still expect it not to be inflationary?
Well, I've always maintained that there could be volatility in the inflation data, just as there's been volatility in some financial markets or volatility in some other economic data. As you saw with the Q1 versus what it looks like how Q2 is shaping up much stronger from a GDP perspective. I've always maintained volatility was possible in the price data too. However, I do expect, based on the basic economics of what economists call tax incidence, whereby the party that's more inflexible ultimately bears the burden of a tax or a tariff, I've always expected in the long run that foreigners that countries were tariffing would bear the burden of the tariffs. Now, that was a long run argument. What we're seeing so far is that even in the short run, there's been no pain for American consumers at all.
So that's a big part of the uncertainty in markets right now, guys, is that there has not really been an impact on imports prices yet. So people are still kind of waiting for the other shoe to drop. And the big question is, are we going to see a little bit of a spike in inflation due to the tariffs that started taking place earlier in the year, a few months ago, or are we not? Because so far we've not felt it, right? Are we going to, or are we not going to? So that's why a lot of people are kind of like, I'm not sure, man. I'm not sure. That's where a lot of uncertainty is coming into play right now, especially with retail investors. They don't know. how this is going to play out. So, and once we have a little bit more certainty, then we might be able to see, hey, man, inflation is going down. So, but we'll see. We'll see. What do we have, guys? 273 people watching and 133 likes. Let's get to 200, guys. We're getting there. We're getting there. Come on, let's smash the like. Help us grow. Help us go. Can cryptocurrency markets ignite a summer surge? The altcoin market currently faces a challenging phase characterized by investor fatigue and a waning appetite for risk. Yet amid this downturn, short-term traders are enjoying noteworthy gains, raising questions about the longevity of the current market environment. So it's basically just rewording a different article I already read. So we'll skip ahead. We'll skip that and we'll go into this next one here. Bitcoin ETFs thrive just one outflow in 17 days, says Sentiment. Yeah, ETFs are exploding, guys. Just wait for these altcoin ETFs, XRP, Solana, Litecoin, HBAR. Guys, wow. Trust me, it's going to be big. It's going to be juicy. That's what she said. Let's get into it a little bit. Especially since the SEC has created a new system for spot altcoin ETFs that is more streamlined and allows them to skip certain processes. So that could be very, very big as well in these spot altcoin ETFs being approved a lot faster, right? So I'm a little surprised. I have not seen Andy today in the stream. I've not seen Ramona today in the stream. I have not seen Gamma Goddess today in the stream. Tardiness, guys. We are going to have to make them do 50 push-ups, right? Maybe 100 for skipping the whole stream. EZ says, better late than never. There's my guy. Good to see you, man. All right, so Sentiment has revealed that the Bitcoin ETF streak is still going strong, with only 1 day of outflows recorded in the last 17 trading days. This comes as analysts say the steady stream of money into the investment vehicles is helping drive Bitcoin's price higher. Splake says July 14th, yes, crypto week is going to be a nothing burger. I really do think that the hiccups now. I kind of think it's going to be a nothing burger, if I'm being honest with you, man. I know too many people are looking forward to it and thinking it's going to be huge, that it's probably going to end up being underwhelming, right? We may even see a bit of a sell-off. Usually what happens in crypto is when there's a high expectation for some sort of catalyst like this of a major pump, and the pump is underwhelming, a lot of times we see a sell-off due to disappointment in the market, right? So we could actually see a little bit of red that week. Possible, right? Easy, I needed some push-ups today. There you go. GSD, a Solana ETF should be amazing for Zbeck. Yes, I agree, my friend. I agree. And Nadix as well. So according to data shared by Sentiment on X, since June 6th, there's only been 1 day with more money leaving than coming into these products. The market intelligence platform also said that this ongoing trend is a positive sign for the future of Bitcoin and the wider crypto market. As of July 7th, information from Farside investors shows that U.S. spot Bitcoin ETFs recorded a net flow of $216.5 million across all issuers. BlackRock's iShare led the way, obviously, followed by Fidelity. ARK Invest and Grayscale saw outflows. Is it any surprise that Grayscale saw outflows? While other ETFs, including Bitwise and VanEck and Valkyrie and WisdomTree, recorded no activity for the day. This follows a major net outflow of approximately $342 million experienced on July 1st, Canada Day, which marked the first negative movement since June 6th. Before this, there had been a 15-day streak that had brought in nearly $4.7 billion. This period of sustained demand had also pushed cumulative net inflows to about 49 billion and total ETF assets under management to above 131 billion. Wendy Wu, good morning. Good to see you. So far, spot Bitcoin ETFs have brought in over $14.4 billion this year, including $4.5 billion just in July, and it's only the 8th. Fueled by increased institutional demand, Bitcoin's price outlook for July 2025 has turned increasingly bullish as analysts project fresh highs based on recorded ETF flows. A lot of expectation for a new Bitcoin all-time high this month, guys. Marcus Thielen, head of research at 10x Research, had projected a rise in Bitcoin's price to $116,000. He identified strong capital injection into spot Bitcoin ETFs as the main driver behind the outlook. Quote, these flows are increasingly outpacing price action, signaling institutional demand, drive for more macro concerns, and short-term momentum. Wendy says, is it a location issue with the super chat? It shouldn't be. Matt said that he had his VPN turned on, and when he turned it off, then he was allowed to send super chats again. So maybe that's what it is. I don't know. I got to contact YouTube support after the stream and ask them what's going on. On June 30th, Bitwise's Matt Hogan and head of research Ryan Rasmussen published a report confirming that $200,000 price target for Bitcoin in 2025. They pointed to historical trends, noting that the flagship cryptocurrency reached a new all-time high of 112,000 in May, supported by record ETF inflows. The report also highlighted increased interest from Bitcoin treasury companies and formation of the U.S. Strategic Bitcoin Reserve as bullish factors. Hogan and Rasmussen showed further confidence in strong ETF inflows continued into the second half of the year. I agree, guys. So the inflows are kind of an indicator that Bitcoin's price is going to rise even higher. Yes, I do think we'll see a new all-time high for Bitcoin this month. But you guys know, listen, $150,000 to $180,000 for Bitcoin for the high for this cycle. That's my target, as you guys know. I could see it hit 200, but maybe on more of a wick kind of situation. In my opinion, it's possible to hit 200, but there's some crazy price targets out there right now that I'm seeing, man. Like people are calling for like 500,000, like $700,000 Bitcoin and stuff. These are to me, that's moon boy stuff, guys, right? I don't think so. I think $15,000 at the bottom of the bear market to between 150 and 200,000 is a massive ROI, and it's not a bearish 4-year cycle at all, right? That's not a bearish scenario at all. If you're buying Bitcoin and altcoins when Bitcoin was down at $15,000, for people who are just kind of getting into crypto over the last few months or even the last year, yeah, of course, okay. So you're sitting there going, well, that's not very bullish from where Bitcoin is right now to 150 to 200,000. That's not very bullish, but you didn't get in at the bottom, right? So when we do get in at the bottom of the next cycle, you'll sing a different tune when you're getting in at the bottom, right? Jake the Snake says TradFi confidence in Bitcoin is a great sign. Yes. Beebs, was wondering where you were at, brother. What's going on, man? Jake the Snake says, but we are a few months away from running out of runway. Yes, exactly. What do we have? 292 people watching and 145 likes. Guys, let's at least get to 150, right? At least 150. Hook a brother up, man. It's the HBO special over here. Okay, what else do we have? Let's give another quick shout out to the channel sponsor, Decent Biometric Wallet. Not your keys, not your coins, guys. 2-for-1 deal on the biometric wallet fingerprint technology. You can swap, take profits on there without ever moving back to a centralized exchange. You can even stake and gain APY on there. A lot of people have been asking me, can I stake my stable coin over there for the bear market? The answer is yes, you can. You can stake your stable coin there, keep it in your own self-custody, and gain APY at the same time. So Why not? Go for it, guys. Once again, use our link down below. Get yourself a fantastic deal. Going back over to the Bitcoin chart before we kind of wrap things here. Let's zoom back in. Looking good, guys. Looking good. $108,986. I like it. Ari says, decent wallet gets here tomorrow. Nice. Nice. Congratulations on that. Awesome. Self-custody, guys. Listen, you're going to need one because as we transition into the next bear market next year, while we're accumulating and building a portfolio together over on the Patreon, you're going to need to store your crypto in self-custody at that time, right? Because you're going to be holding it for like 3 years. And it's not a good idea to hold it on an exchange for 3 years, right? You're being imagine being exposed for 3 years, right? So something to think about. You're going to need a self-custody wallet. What we get? We got to 152. Let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. All right, guys. So listen, I got to get over to the Patreon. We have a live stream to do this afternoon over there. If you want to join the live stream on the Patreon, get over there, guys. Do not miss out. We buy any watches asks, why you talking so much? Should I just sit here and stare at the camera like this for you? Is this to your liking? Is that more appropriate for you? Should I just be quiet and look at the camera? Is that better for you? What the hell are you talking about? Why am I talking so much? Did you really just jump on a live stream on YouTube and ask the person on the live stream why they're talking so much? What the hell? What are you smoking, man? Splake, I'm transracial. I'm African now. There you go. That's what she said, Nick. Twitch, tell him to suck it. There you go. One of the dumbest comments I think I've ever seen. I hope it was a joke. I hope it was a joke. My goodness. Sissy Bear's gonna sissy what? Gonna chicken what? Yes, exactly. I got you. Suck it. All right, guys. Yes. So listen, I got to go over to a live stream on the Patreon. Get over there, guys. I just dropped the second of a massive series of passive income opportunity videos. If you want to learn how to leave your 9-to-5 and just do crypto full time with passive income through crypto, get over to the Patreon, guys. The second of a massive series of videos just got uploaded yesterday for that. Do not miss out on the opportunity. We already have a whole bunch of members over on the Patreon who have quit their jobs and they just do crypto now full time. And they haven't even hit 7-figure portfolios yet. So you don't got to be rich to do it. So come on over to the Patreon, guys. Check it out for yourselves. We're also live there every single day. We drop educational content, microcap gems. I still have to upload today's daily picks as well. We do daily altcoin picks, so check that out also, and so much more, guys. We have a mentorship coaching program over there. Book yourself into our mentorship coaching calls. It's absolutely free as a Patreon member to do that as well. So check it out. The link is down below, guys. It's in the chat. It's in the pinned comments. It's in the description of the video. It's everywhere you want to be. Jake the Snake says, Roberto, dropping an elbow on the commentator. Nick Powell says, don't know dumb had a basement. Didn't know dumb had a basement. I had Gary Daly. Are you dented? But what was it that was said that you pee sitting down? Zombie 13 Hunter, what's with all these base platform tokens showing up in top assets on Coinbase? I don't know, man. I don't know. But all right, guys, I got to get to a live stream over on the Patreon. I will see you guys over there. Click like if you like this video. Click subscribe if you really liked it. I'll see you guys in the next one. God bless.